Greetings, Zoe. Thanks for your patience as we discern the best path forward toward an eventual reopening of on-site services. I know that many of you have questions about when Zoe will reopen, especially in light of the comments President Trump has mentioned about churches being essential, and that the governor has also given us legal permission to reopen our services. We are encouraged by the government's acknowledgement of how important we are to our communities and also the legal flexibility we now have to move forward with on-site services. However, these important steps are just the first steps toward an eventual effective reopening. And because of that, we will not be reopening right away. Instead, we have put together a task force consisting of healthcare professionals and ministry leaders to give us recommendations on both the timing and terms of reopening. We plan to have a more precise sense of when and how we might reopen at some point next month, and at that time we will give you an update. Keep in mind that the situation is fluid. The current trend in the country to ease restrictions might be signaling a shorter than anticipated time of quarantine. However, there's also the chance that reopening right now could be premature. We'll definitely know more in the weeks to come. However, for those of you anxious to get back to the facility, remember that the church is still open. It's just the building that's closed. We are actually still as active as ever, reaching out to our local community. In fact, recently we gave a big virtual hug to some of our local first responders and educators by delivering gift cards and gift baskets to show how much we appreciate the sacrifices that they're making to keep our communities safe and cared for. Speaking of community safety, we would be remiss if we did not call attention to some glaring challenges in this area. Like many of you, the recent killings of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, along with several unarmed black men by police officers and vigilantes over the last several years, has created a visceral reaction of disgust. We mourn their loss and lament the carelessness that has led to their deaths. We are convinced that our communities can and will do better, and that most of our law enforcement officers are doing good work. Unfortunately, the careless actions of a few cast a shadow on those who are doing their jobs with integrity. We have already begun to reach out to our first responders to show how much we appreciate them. We will continue to build on this relationship to foster partnerships that honor the human dignity of our local communities and our law enforcement officers. One way that you can show your support immediately is to sign up to be part of our Care Portal network, which turns you into a first responder. Once you join our network of Zoe responders, you will be updated on needs in our church and our local community, to which you can respond both spiritually and materially. Just go to our website at zcf.org, click Care, and then click on our Care Portal tab. It's because of our trust in Jesus and efforts like this that we know that our future is bright, especially as we continue to walk in wisdom. In the meantime, continue to pray and stay tuned in to our weekly broadcast. God bless you. So we're out here next to the fire station down the street from our church, and we're excited to be a blessing to them because they've been a blessing to our communities.
To stop the violence and for us to learn to get along and speak with our words and not with guns or fists. To put God first, because He is everything to me and to my family, for people just to live each day as though it's their last.